guys. So I am loving this. I want to say 3-parter. Maybe it's 4, maybe it's 5, maybe it's just a whole season arc and I'm just, I don't know. Anyway, but nonetheless, the last 2 episodes I've really enjoyed, and I'm quite interested to see where it's gonna go, how they're gonna wrap all of this up. I think so far, now I don't know the end of this season or anything like that, but so far I kind of like what they've done format-wise of this season, kind of doing a few single stories, kind of good stories, but not super plot-driven besides the mystery of what was in the vault and stuff, and then kind of moving into something slightly more plot intertwined, all that kind of stuff. I'm very interested. I'm very nervous for Bill. I'm very nervous for Nardole. And I really want to see Missy. So maybe, fingers crossed again. Okay, let's get started.
The monks have been with us from the beginning. They shepherded humanity through its formative years. They have been instrumental in all the advances of culture and technology. Who could forget the time the monks defeated the Daleks?
Oh, who could?
Cybermen, the Weeping Angels. How lucky Earth is to have an ally as powerful and as tender as the monks.
What the fuck? The puppy.
Propaganda intended to undermine the true history. This is in contravention of the Memory Crimes Act of 1975.
Whoa, this is terrifying.
The monks have only been here a few. Therefore, I sentence you to 10 years in a labor camp. Take her away. Hey, all lies! You know it's all lies!
Oh!
Future is taken care of.
And then I woke up and the monks were here and they'd always been here.
So is this all her fault?
All that we believe now is a lie. I know how it looks, Mum. With all of the stuff that he's been saying on the telly. But it's alright. Because I know he has a plan. One day soon he's gonna come back and save us all.
What a weapon. Is it the doctor? Don't stab a doctor with it. Ah!
It's me, Nardi.
That first time, with the heather creature chasing us, where did we run away to?
Australia.
What noise should spaceship doors make?
Shook, obviously.
Nardi! Oh!
Teary in the lab, didn't I? I was laid up for 6 weeks. If I was human, I would have died.
Oh.
Right now, you'll be talking to... Come to think of it, who were you talking to?
My mum. Yeah, I talk to her all the time.
Oh, well, that's not that weird. Yeah, I used to have an imaginary friend. Till he left me for someone else. Oh, charming. All anyone's seen of the Doctor in the last 6 months are those broadcasts he does.
He's faking it. I'm positive. He hasn't joined the monks. He's being held prisoner. He's just biding his time.
Every 6 weeks, all their food and fuel and stuff gets taken to them by a supply boat. The next delivery is in 2 days' time off the coast of Scotland.
That's our chance!
Oh!
Yeah, that really has to stop.
He'll get us on board the prison ship. But what we don't want is for them to do a spot check on our identity papers.
Hey fellas, spot check.
Nardole doesn't have any, and I'm down as university kitchen staff.
Oh, this is very convenient.
doing here?
What's that look like? We come to save you.
The monks are on their way. When they get here, let me do the talking.
Wait, what was that? Did you actually just call them, you nutter?
You deserve an explanation.
No, wait. What about free will?
Ooh.
You believe in free will?
I mean, you had free will, and look at what you did with it. Worse than that, you had history. History was saying to you, look, I've got some examples of fascism here for you to look at. No? Fundamentalism? No? Oh, okay, you carry on. Vienna, by the way, you never delivered that essay.
Because the world was invaded by zombie monks!
And whose fault was that? Huh? I didn't ask for my sight back. No, you took it upon yourself to ignore me, to do what you thought was best.
Yeah, I get it. It's like that time that we discovered that huge fish creature in the Seine in Paris.
That was a coded message. The big fish creature was under the Thames. If I'd played along, she'd have known that I was tricky. Guns down.
Do you have any idea how hard the past few months have been?
Ooh.
How hard it's been to hold on to the truth? It would have been so easy to just give in and believe their lies. But it didn't. For when you came back, and now you're saying you've joined them. You're helping them.
I don't think so, sweetie. Oh God. All right. Whoa.
Put the gun down.
I'm serious, Doctor. Because if you help the monks, then nothing will ever stop them.
Go
They'll
chill.
be here forever.
Okay.
Whatever it takes, I'm going to save you from yourselves.
Bitch! Whoa, chill! What? You need to chill too. Everybody chill! What is happening? Why? He's not okay.
Good girl!
The fuck?
You did it. The monks are using some kind of, something to control the population. They must be. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to hold on to power for this long.
So you haven't turned, you're not working with them?
Did he like fake
Of course not.
What? I don't.
I spent the last 6 months. Everyone exchanged ammo for blanks. Did you forget, David? You forgot. Well, that would have really blown the plan, wouldn't it?
But you called the monks. God, I am gonna beat the shit out of you.
Oh!
Come on. We've got the band back together again. The only person I know almost as smart as me.
I see. Blimey. Has it really come to that?
Missy? Wow. Whew. He would make a very good supervillain based on his laugh. Very good.
Even so, the doctor was nervous, Mum. I could tell. He had to do this, he said. He had to open the vault.
He had to.
Take a few breaths.
Ooh, girl, what happened to your hair?
It's just a woman.
She is not just a woman.
Oh, the way you and Nigel have been carrying on, I thought you had some kind of monster in here or something.
I do. I want to ask if you've had any dealings with the monks before.
Of course. I've had adventures too. My whole life doesn't revolve around you, you know. Did you defeat them?
I did.
How? I want some new books, some toys, like a particle accelerator, 3D printer, and a pony.
I don't think that you really grasp what's going on here. They hold on to power by targeting the part of the brain specifically to do with memory and perception, correct? Right?
Getting warm, fingers tingling.
But they target it with what exactly? How do they sustain it? How do their lies infiltrate the brains of billions? Is it some kind of airborne psychoactive?
No, that's very cold, very cold.
It's something that's constantly being fed to the populace, constantly consolidating its hold. Is it in the water?
God, no, it's freezing, freezing. You haven't been to see me in 6 months. No one has. Not even that bald bloke who looks like an egg.
Well, you left her alone and lived for 6 months.
I was in prison for 6 months.
Start at the beginning. Well, not just any idiot. I mean, it has to be a properly consenting human mind. A pure request. One without agenda or ulterior motive.
It's them. That person creates a psychic link, which forms an anchor that keeps the monks apart. They're the linchpin.
Scalding.
As soon as they got here, the monks put out statues in every town square, and every park, and every playground.
You're on fire. You're literally on fire, so caliente. That's Spanish for hot.
The statues are transmitters.
Now all you have to do is find whoever opened the door to the monks in the first place.
Say I already have.
Oh, well then you're sorted. Just kill them. That is the monks' grip.
I knew that's where this was going. Not good.
But if the linchpin dies and the link isn't passed on and the monks get booted off the planet, well, they just chalk it up to experience. Well, at this point, all that was left of the bloodline was a wee girl. And I just pushed her into Volcano.
Wow.
It's me. The linchpin is me. So you're saying I have to die?
Now, if you were just to die, then everyone's false memories would have to fade, and that could take ages. You'd be a husk, completely and irrevocably brain dead. You couldn't even get on Celebrity Love Island.
Even if that was the truth, the fact that you're suggesting it shows that there's been no change. No point.
You know, back in the day, I'd burn an entire city to the ground just to see the pretty shapes the smoke made. I'm sorry your +1 doesn't get a happy ending. And like it or not, I just saved this world because I want to change. But if you're waiting for me to become all that, I could be here for a long time yet.
Wow.
What did she say?
Nothing.
There's a way to defeat them.
There is, but not that.
Come on. You
Oh,
knew she was
Bill.
going to say something like this. That's why you needed me back. I asked the monks for help, started all of this. So I have to be the one to finish it. Well, it's not worth me starting any long books.
Okay, well, let's put a pin in it for now.
The cathedral, the monks' headquarters. Oh, yes. We're gonna have to break in there.
Why?
Somewhere in there, the monks must have some kind of a machine that creates and broadcasts the myths of their history. So, we get in, I plug myself into it, and replace the signals that they are receiving with my brainwaves, and beam out the true history of the world. Whoa, yes! Or I can even throw in some other stuff. You know, things that I could change just by thinking. Racism, people who talk in cinemas.
Are you sure? To beam highly detailed propaganda to the entire world 24 hours a day, and you're going to plug your brain into it?
I know. Doesn't stand a chance. You'll want to turn around. You won't know what you're doing here, or why you're working against the monks. Now, have you all got your stereo headphone, I think?
Yeah. You never told us what we needed these for.
This is where you come in.
The monks are not our friends. They have invaded Earth and made its people slaves. They cling on to power by means of a powerful transmitter broadcasting myths and lies that suggest that they have always been here. Our mission is to interrupt this broadcast and restore the true history of Earth, which will weaken and undermine the monks' power. The monks are not our friends. They have invaded Earth and made its people slaves.
No.
It's in here. Everything all right, Alan?
You tried to make us believe the monks were invaders.
Ooh,
How
uh-oh.
could you say that? The monks are our friends. I won't let you hurt them. I'll die first. I'll kill you first.
Chill.
Zerovian neck pinch. Yeah, I've studied their martial arts for a while, actually. Yeah, can't do it with this hand, though. Kind of bugs me. Of course,
Did
this
the
wasn't
writers,
my
like,
original
marathon
hand, as you know.
Star Trek
I won this
beforehand?
in a game of... yeah, let's... Yeah.
Something.
They can't. Unnecessary.
It's working. The monks are disappearing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I didn't agree to this.
What's happening?
He's fighting back. He's blocking me.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Doctor!
I wanted to do it before you woke up.
I had to say goodbye.
Bill, whatever your plan, there's no need for this. Cup of tea, I'll get my second wind.
Even your brain couldn't stand another roasting like that.
So we'll find another way. Let me talk to Missy
We
again.
have the answer, Doctor, please. I don't want our last conversation to be this.
I don't want this to be
Why?
our last conversation.
Goodbye, Doctor.
No.
God, it was worth it.
Oh.
But it's too
I
powerful.
know.
I order you. I'm ordering you not to do this, Bill. Now go on, untie me.
No, this is not happening. Right?
I don't usually let someone raise my brain on the first date, but seeing as it's you,
There must be a way to shut this thing down.
hello, Mum.
Doctor, look!
You clever, brilliant, ridiculous girl. Look at that.
What?
You have to keep thinking about your mom, the memory you created. A voice, a smile. The monks can't get near it. Fill your mind with it. Push it into every chord. Just filling his mind with one pure, uncorrupted, irresistible image. Perfect. Untouchable. She's a window on the world without the monks. That window is opening everywhere.
Oh,
A
my
glimpse
heart.
of freedom. Bill's mom, you just went viral. The mechanics of free will, now 6 months overdue.
Why'd you put up with us then?
In amongst 7 billion is someone like you.
Aww.
That's why I put up with the rest of them.
Aww. Ooh, bitch.
I keep remembering all the people I've killed. Every day I think of more. I didn't know I even knew their names. You didn't tell me about this bit.
I'm sorry, but this is good.
Okay.
She's serious right now? Oh. Okay. So many things. So many things. I quite liked this story. If it's a 3-parter, I would assume that it seemed kind of final, and I quite like that. I like the idea of having to fight back from brainwashing and how difficult that is, and how so many people will accept so many things if they have that kind of inner feeling that they're safe. And it's kind of something that The Walking Dead addressed. And I'm not going to go into it for spoiler's sake for anybody, but it's something that was addressed on that as well. And I quite like kind of the idea of that. And it wasn't entirely brainwashing, but it was something kind of similar, and how the human mind kind of works with that. I really liked just the three. I thought that the three episodes were really good. Very different, but also I kind of liked the running plot of it all and the themes of all of the episodes, and kind of I just have really enjoyed these episodes so much, and if the rest of the season is kind of similar to what I've seen so far, this might shape up to be at least on my top half of seasons if I were to rank them. But we'll see. I quite love Nardole. I think he is just Nardy. I think he's just funny and sweet and just refreshing. I don't know if that's the best way to put it, but I quite love his sort of just his vibe of this and in this, and I'm so drawn to his character. I think that I feel kind of identify with a lot of like how he acts in situations and stuff like that, and I quite love that. Bill and the Doctor are quite sweet, and they have had some just amazing moments of that is just born out of their love for each other, their care for each other, what, you know, use whatever term you would like, but I quite loved like that they're exploring that it's just a very sweet relationship. So far, that's kind of what I've gotten from it, is just that it's a very sweet and loving relationship, and it kind of is a teacher-student vibe, which by the way, I love the theme that throughout 12's run, at least what I've seen, that there's a whole lot of teacher and student vibe, and with Clara it's kind of it was a bit of a struggle of who was the teacher and who was the student. I know that she was like actually a teacher, but you know what I mean, because it was so a lot of her storyline was about her wanting to be the Doctor, thinking she could be the Doctor, you know, stuff like that. Whereas Bill has kind of really assumed the student role, but has been quite, like, I love that she kind of always asks questions, and it seems to be, and she doesn't think, it's just two very different on that perspective ends of the spectrum, and I quite like that they showed that in this. Amazing. And I just am loving this season so far. And to kind of top it off with the ending with Missy. I don't know where they're going with this. Like, is she like faking tears and going to be the just crazy woman who takes over the world again? Is she really coming to terms with it for how long she's been there? Does she feel regret? No matter where they go with this story with her, I'm here for it. I love the idea of her just exploring redemption. And can redemption be something, can you ever gain it? And I think it's kind of something that always especially if you've wronged as many people as she had, killed as many people as she had. It's kind of something that you're always striving towards, and trying to help in order to redeem yourself. And I don't mean that in a selfish way. I mean that in just any of us who have felt guilty about something in the past, you want to make amends. I guess it's the best term. And does she want that? Is that something that she is genuinely looking towards? Or is she not? Is kind of her very core, her nature of herself, something very dark and twisted and crazy. No matter where they go with it, I'm quite excited, and I hope the show explores it even more, because it's just, to me, really fascinating. And if they give Missy the platform to tell the story, with the doctor kind of being her guide, whatever you want to call it, it could be quite something very special, I think. I don't think that was English, but it could be something very special. And oh my God, I'm feeling it again. I'm gonna say this, and I'm tearing up because I'm getting that vibe again. That vibe that I really, I mean, it's not on the level of 11, Amy, and Rory, but I'm getting that vibe of just the pure love and of the characters. And I think maybe a lot of that has to do with 12, and I think bringing Missy into the mix is really interesting, and I'm excited to see where they go with that. But oh man, I'm quite loving. I love the emotional moments of Bill with her mom and everything like that, and I am just really enjoying this season, and I hope that you guys are enjoying this as well. It's just, oh man. And then full disclosure, I've said this so many times, but in case you've missed it all the times that I've said it, I do know when 12 is leaving. And oh, my heart is getting really invested in this season, like really, and I'm nervous, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.